Hey all, my name is Charles Manette. I'm founder and CEO of Kindred K-12. We make it easier for teachers to adopt research-backed practices in classrooms. And today I'd like to show you the resource customizer, the first AI agent that we have released. This is an agent that can help you get documents ready for all students in your class, regardless of their reading level, so that you can meet them where they are and still help them develop their literacy skills. So, I clicked it. So here from the home screen, this is new, so we're featuring it a little bit, where you can see a high-level overview of how the agent works, and I can click here and it'll take me straight to the page, which you can also get to from the Agents tab in the sidebar. And first you're going to see a high-level view of how this agent works, and I'll just describe this briefly, where we will select some resources. You can do multiple at a time. You can describe what it is that your students need, like if there's a certain topic that you want to focus on from a long document, desired length, reading levels, and even multiple languages. And then the agent will analyze the resources, figure out what steps need to be taken to go from your original documents to what it is that you need. And then it will come up with a plan, and then it will execute against that plan, performing all of the steps in order. It will even retry if it's not happy with the output, and can kind of take a timeout, if you will, delegate back to you, ask you questions, or call in and get your help to intervene as needed if it gets stuck. So I'm going to start with a pretty tricky reading passage from Jean-Jacques Rousseau. This is from Lexi, our curriculum specialist. This was one of the topics for her master's at Stanford. So we'll say we're in 7th grade world history, and I'm looking for about 150 words on the legitimacy of government at a, let's say, like 9th and 5th grade reading level in English and Spanish. And I chose this topic because it's the one that Lexi, our curriculum specialist, uses when she uses this document. Now we can see this is nearly 2,400 words at a fairly challenging grade level. This is a Flesch-Kincaid reading level. And so what it's done is we have, the system has gone ahead and was able to generate an excerpt on the chosen topic. It was able to kind of phrase this, if you will, to prompt another AI that can perform this excerpt for you. Then it can lower that grade level down. So it still is at that very, very high reading level here originally. It can create a version at a 9th grade reading level, and then again at a 5th grade reading level. And as you can see, it actually took 2 tries to get this. The first time it tried, it wasn't really happy with the level and that it got, and so it kept cranking it down. And then once we're at grade level, we generated another version in Spanish. So now we have 5 separate documents here, and we can go ahead and create these and see what they all look like together, which then now, as a teacher, you can use these each as you see fit. So if I go into the resource, you will see, if I go to the content tab, that we've got all of these documents here. Here's the original excerpt, the 9th grade version, Spanish translation, 5th grade version, and a Spanish translation. And now from here, I can export these to Google Docs. I can create worksheets based on them that focus on particular literacy skills, and so on. And even get back to the original resource as needed. So that's the resource customizer agent, where I was able to use this to start with an extremely complex, fairly lengthy 2,400 word, nearly 200, more than 200-year-old passage, and was able to turn that into several versions that I could use for, in a variety of ways in my classroom, based on which students might engage better with different pieces, whether they more challenge, or they need a little bit more support and scaffolding to engage with certain pieces of content. And so now, thanks to the resource customizer, I was able to go through this process in a fairly automated way. And what you'll see is then, as the product develops, we'll continue to connect these pieces so that if we help you to automate this step, and then again with creating worksheets and so on, you will see that we continue to make it that much easier for teachers to do things that help them, to be and feel prepared for class time, but in a way that still makes sure that there's a research basis for the practices being leveraged in their classroom. And that's really what we're here for, is to help teachers save time while helping them use AI in a way that can help them build their skills rather than atrophy them. So my name is Charles Manette. If you have any questions about the process that we just went through or anything else you'd like to know, feel free to email me, Charles at Kindred K-12, or reach out to us, info at Kindred K-12. And throughout our application, there is a feedback button, and everyone in the company gets notified if you use this. So if you log in and face any trouble, please use this, and we can address anything that you'd like. So again, my name is Charles. It was a pleasure to have you. Thanks for watching.